So that is the end of the prepared portion of this presentation. Now I would love to open it up to have Hetty answer some of the questions that have come in during the presentation. Hetty, are you ready?
Of course.
All right.
Would you please read some of them to me?
Yes. Oh, I would love to. Just give me one moment. I would.
Because I have some.
Sure. Let me read a couple of them, and then I will announce them to you. So this attendee lives right next to the Homewood campus. Wonderful. Hello. Would I be able to go in person to office hours?
Of course, you can actually participate in office hours, and you can also take a couple of courses that they need to be approved by your program advisor from the full-time program as you desire. So yes, it is possible.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you.
Sure.
Somebody commented that my voice seems a little small or far away. Have I corrected this issue? I apologize if that was the case during the presentation. How do I sound, Hetty?
Sounds good to me.
Okay, sounds great. Okay, so, one attendee had questions about PhD programs. Does Hopkins offer PhD programs in environmental engineering? Hetty.
We just recently, I mean by we, I mean the entire Whiting School of Engineering, they have started a degree. It is not called a PhD degree, it is called Doctor of Engineering. Yes, we do offer, however, the requirements are a little bit different from the PhD programs. You do not have the, I mean, the residency is not required. And normally, students, they have some project at work that they actually bring to Hopkins, and we have faculty members. These are full-time faculty members from School of Engineering or Applied Physics Lab, personnel and professionals that they actually work as advisors. So the answer is yes, we do offer Doctor of Engineering, but you need to find an advisor to work with and go through the process. And I believe there is some instructions online.
Okay. All right. Wonderful. Thank you, Hetty. So that was the Doctorate of Engineering. That is the doctorate option that we have available for part-time online study. If this attendee is interested in full-time doctoral study, there are, through the Department of Environmental Health and Engineering, there is a PhD offering. It is
Yes.
a competitive program, and the admissions requirements, of course, are different, but you can find out more information on their website.
It is best for you to basically communicate with a faculty member that his or her interest closely matches yours actually, your interests.
Wonderful. Do you offer an independent certified course on environmental impact assessment?
I'm not sure what you mean by certified, but we do have a course on environmental impact assessment, which is very popular. It is one of the 10 courses that you would need to complete successfully to receive your degree. So it is not, I'm not sure what the question is, but yes, we do offer a course, a wonderful course on that.
Wonderful. Speaking of courses, are all of the same courses offered during the summer semester?
We offer, if you go online, the tentative schedule, I call it long-term planning, it is online. So we offer courses in 3 semesters. That would be fall, spring, and summer. So the answer is yes, we offer courses during the summer. And we sort of promise you that we offer almost, this is tentatively, every course on an annual basis. Again, this is a tentative promise. It doesn't mean, because sometimes the faculty is not available, but generally speaking, we offer our courses on an annual basis.
All right. Let me, Hetty, if it's okay, if I could answer this question right now.
Sure.
Is online mentioned anywhere on the degree? The answer to that question is no. So on your diploma, on your transcript, it will not say online. We have an attendee who had questions about letters of recommendation. So we discussed our admissions requirements a few slides ago. Letters of recommendation are not required. When are there certain circumstances where you like students to submit a letter of recommendation, Hetty?
Yes, in situation that you feel that it would help your application, please do so. But normally, on a regular basis, we do not require it. But occasionally, students feel if I put a recommendation letter, then that would help the process, or it enhances my chances, that would be fine. But on a normal basis, we do not require it.
Would you say that it would be particularly useful if a student's GPA is not as strong, Hetty?
Again, this is really, that depends on the students himself or herself to decide. I do
Okay.
not want to really elaborate what.
Okay. Sounds wonderful. Okay. One attendee asked if people are able to switch between the different master's program after
Excellent
beginning in
question.
a.
Excellent question. Yes, you can, as long as you comply with two items. One is you satisfy the admission requirements for the degree that you're changing to. And second, you basically complete the new degrees course requirements, the 10 courses for the new degree. However, you can do this just once. You cannot just go back and forth.
Okay. Is the graduate certificate application process different from the master's program?
Graduate certificate, it is different because a certificate is a certificate. It's not a degree. So I'm okay. Go ahead.
I was going to say the admissions requirements, are they the
Oh,
same?
yes, absolutely, absolutely. Now, please let me just tell you something. The quality is extremely important for us. Okay, so that is why the admission requirements for the degree and certificates are the same, because you will be sitting at the same, I mean, virtually the same classes. So yes, the answer is yes. You have to comply with the same requirements.
How close are the faculty interactions? I would like this to be a stepping stone towards a PhD program. I'm guessing since the program has great rigor, am I assuming that this would be a good stepping stone? What are your thoughts?
Asking me?
Yes, yes. What are your thoughts? If
Okay.
a student, if a student is interested in future PhD study.
Okay, all right. Uh, we have, just to give you an example, we have had several students that they have finished our programs here, and they have continued their PhD. For example, Dr. Dr. Michael Robert, who is teaching several courses with us, he finished his degree here, and he went to University of California at Davis, and now he's teaching for us. And as a matter of fact, he received a teaching award here. So yes, there is a good possibility that you could continue, because again, our program, the quality of program is well known. So the answer is yes. And the interaction between faculty and students are very close. In fact, on a regular basis, there are discussions, there are office hours, there are emails. You can call them directly. They are extremely open.
And Hetty, all students are assigned an advisor at the beginning of their course of study, correct?
That is true. But for the time being, most of the students, I mean, we have in environmental programs and engineering, to begin with, I'll really take care of students myself because it is extremely important that they get started on the right foot. So I'll be your advisor to begin with. You might change the advisor later on, or you might stick with me for the rest of your education. But for the time being, when you apply, I will be your advisor myself.
Wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Just a quick reminder, the 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 full the Department of Environmental Health and Engineering offers full-time PhD programs that are conducted in residence with their program at the Homewood campus in Baltimore, Maryland. The online and part-time doctorate option, which we had just started. In fact, the first cohort, I believe, just started this fall. Isn't that correct,
That
Hetty?
is correct. That is correct. And the first cohort really came from the applied physics lab,
Mm-hmm.
and now it is expanding, and uh, the demand has increased drastically. But again, if you would like to talk about that program specifically, I would like you to really contact me offline. That I'll put you in touch with the right person for that, which is really who is the vice dean for graduate programs, Dr. Ed Shinerman, Professor Ed Shinerman.
Wonderful. And that is the Doctorate of Engineering.
Yes.
Okay, so do all course requirements need to be completed before applying? Can
Uh,
can a can someone apply and still, for example, be missing, differential equations?
yes. That's a wonderful question. We have something called provisional students that you could be admitted if you do not fully satisfy the admission requirements, and then you are allowed to take up to two courses. That, for example, if you are required to take differential equations, the courses that would not require a high level of math, and we have several of them. So the answer is yes, you can be admitted as a provisional or sometimes conditional students to fulfill your degree, I'm sorry, to fulfill your admission requirements, but not more than two courses can be taken before you finish those requirements.
Thank you. Can we start in the summer semester instead of the spring semester? Absolutely. Absolutely.
You can start at any semester. This is on a rolling basis.
This next question had just wanted me to quickly repeat where to send resumes to. So give me 1 second. Let me go back to that slide. So this URL here um, is for the online application, and instructions for where to submit your supplemental documents are located above the application form. I believe that the email address is ep-admissions@jhu.edu, but again, that URL will have all of the information. And then, excuse me, Hetty, is there any guidance on content and length of the resume desired?
Normally, really a short resume, I would say that not more than 2 pages. That would be fine. And if you send me an email, I'll be happy to send you more instructions, as we have a program coordinator that I'll introduce you to him. Uh, that would be Mr. Hernandez, that he will be assisting you. If you send me an email, I'll be happy to send you additional information offline to get started.
All right.
And again, my email is alavi, ALAVI, at jhu.edu.
All right. If someone is having trouble kind of deciding between the different programs, what program would be the best fit for them, um, Hetty, what advice would you have for that person, or would it be possible? Would you be open to kind of having a discussion with them?
Absolutely, absolutely. Please send me an email or give me a call. Do they have my phone number?
Not in this presentation,
Oh,
but
okay, that
it
would be
is on.
410 516 6022. Again, 410 516 6022. Please do not hesitate to give me a call. I'll be happy to provide you with individual support and information and that fits your needs.
All right, wonderful. Um, Environmental Policy and Planning Modeling seems to be a great course that is listed in progress to be online. Is there a plan on when it will be available?
I'm sorry, what was the course again?
I'm so sorry. Energy Policy Planning and Modeling. Planning model. Let me do this one more time. Energy Policy and Planning Modeling.
Energy policy. I have 60 courses I have to. If it is listed there, it will be. Yes, as a matter of fact, I think that is being offered now. Yes, it is being offered this semester. Yes.
Wonderful. So this attendee said, you know, the courses that I've looked at, only 19 seats are available. That is correct. All of our courses are 19 students or less. We like to have small classes for our students to encourage interaction and more one-on-one attention. And then her following question for that was, how often are classes filled and students so what happens when classes are filled and students are waitlisted? Hetty.
Normally our classes, except the principles of environmental engineering, which is almost required for many students, normally our classes are not being canceled or we have lists. Occasionally we do, but it is not common in our program. It is more common in those larger programs, but our program is a mid-sized program. And I see the question is this, you mentioned that there are about 300 active students. Is the goal to keep above that number?
Mm-hmm.
What is the?
So I think that they're asking. It was a two-part question. They were asking about admissions rates, but they were also asking. I think they're asking is the goal to keep the class to 300 students, or do we have plans to grow the program?
Again, this has been going on. This has been steady at this number for quite some time. And as you know, the interest and job opportunities for environmental engineering, science, and management, it's cyclic. Sometimes this number goes up higher and lower, but normally we have, as I said, we have between 250 and 300 students. And keep in mind, by active students, I really mean the students that they have been taking courses during the last year or so. Okay. So there could be many more that, for example, as I said, some students take off for a year. Keep in mind, you're dealing with part-time professional students that they have, and we realize that we appreciate it, that they have families, they have work, they get transferred to, different places. So I think this is a good number, and we try to keep it at this number.
Okay. All right. Great. Did you want to did you want to comment on admissions rates for your
Uh,
programs? Do you have that percentage off the top of your head?
Honestly, I don't. I do not have the admission rates, but again, it is really high because the students, uh, most of the time, it is obvious that the admission requirements are very clear. So the students that they apply, I would say the majority of them, they get admitted. I would say a high percentage they get admitted.
Wonderful, wonderful. You know, the benefit of an online program is that we are not limited by physical classroom space. So we are able to admit basically anyone who we feel will be successful in the programs, and that is our goal to do so. Um,
Sharon, I would really like to emphasize on the quality of the program. Again, we
yes.
do not sacrifice the quality of our programs because, again, keep in mind, I do not want to mention dollars again, but you spend a lot of money for this program. As a matter of fact, you're investing into this program. So that's why we have to deliver quality and keep it as one of the best programs in the nation. Because
Mhm.
again, in the future, you would go back and you have graduated from this program, and we need to deliver too. So that is why we are really stringent on every aspects of the program, on the quality of the courses, the quality of the instructors. As a matter of fact, our program requires that the lead instructors to have the highest degree in their field of study. So it is really important. If you go to, oh, okay, I don't want to get there, but, but it is not true for many other institutions. Uh, and as I said, the courses are rigorous and demanding, and please do not feel this is just you come online and this is it. No, they are really more rigorous and demanding than the face-to-face courses. They are being closely monitored. There are midterm evaluations, final evaluations, and again, there are uh, very well monitored.
Absolutely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Eddie. Um, we have one attendee who asked if they needed to take a prerequisite course, for example, like the calculus or the differential equations, does that count towards the total courses needed to graduate?
Not
Um,
at all. Not at all. You need 10 graduate level courses within the 3 environmental engineering, science, and management programs. No, undergraduate courses will not be accepted. As a matter of fact, as I said, we do not accept any transfer of courses either. However, you do not need to take these prerequisite courses at Hopkins. It could be expensive. You can take them at any community college or even online, any
mhm.
college or university which is accredited. You can take it online too.
They just talking about those prerequisite courses. The tuition for that is reduced. I believe it is 1,100, so $1,100 per for those particular courses. Um, one person said, would they be able to take, for example, calculus at Hopkins if they were admitted as a provisional student? Hetty, I believe that the answer to the question
Yes,
is
the answer
yes.
is yes.
Okay.
Yes. But
Uh,
again, you can take calculus some other places and save some money too.
Uh, is there an opportunity to start off pursuing the graduate certificate and later complete the master's program?
I apologize, I missed it. I was, what
So
is,
could somebody complete the graduate certificate and then go on to complete the master's by building off
yes,
of the first one?
the answer is positive. Yes.
Would the FE/PE exams be something one should be able to take after completion of any of these master's programs?
Not any of these master's programs. Okay, please let me elaborate on that. The first degree program, environmental engineering, Master of Environmental Engineering, you have to have an undergraduate ABET accredited degree to get into this program. So you can take uh, your FE, or if you have 4 years of experience, then taking PE without any issues. The Master of Science in Environmental Planning and Management, it is really on a case-by-case basis. You have to get approved by your own uh, Department of Labor and Certification in your own state. So they might ask you to take additional courses, but they have been several students that they have been able to sit in FE exams, but it is not a general a general item that everybody could do. So it really depends on your undergraduate studies. So you have taken statics, dynamics, thermodynamics in your undergraduate programs. Perhaps you are more, you have better chances to get to sit in the FE. But in that case, and the other degree, you just need to basically speak uh, with your state representative.
All
But
right.
those courses help you a lot.
All right. All right. Well, Hetty, thank you so very much. I think that we've answered everyone's questions. And again, if anyone has any follow-up questions to this presentation, Hetty, you would like them to email you directly?
Absolutely. Again, Alavi, ALAVI at jhu.edu. I'll be pleased to speak with you. Phone 410-516. What was it? I'm sorry.
Hold on, I wrote it down.
Okay.
Hold on.
410-516-6022.
Very
410, I'm sorry. It is late in the evening.
All right. All right, everyone, thank you so very much for your time this evening. Thank you for spending an hour with us. We've enjoyed sharing with you more information about these programs. Hetty, thank you so very much for your time and for answering
It is a
everyone's questions.
pleasure. It is a pleasure. Thank you so much for everyone again to take time from your hectic schedule and participating. I look forward